Full story. We pray for the peace. We pray for the harmony. We pray for the equilibrium. We pray for the mutual love, mutual affection and mutual reverence. Yesterday we have concluded our sharing from the chapter that we were going to enter in the nervous system. We talked about respiratory, circulatory, alimentary, genitourinary, and the locomotor. And finally the nervous system which is running along with the vertebral column. What is the rule or what is the role or what is the purpose or the meaning of sharing this particular subject? Remember, no one can be perfect or excel in any of their action without the help and without the meaning and purpose of the mind. The mind is the only supporting agenda, or the mind is the only strength and courage and power and beauty behind each action is being taken. Now the mind is not an independent chapter. Mind is depending upon the senses. There are 5 karmendriyas and 5 jnanendriyas. 5 senses of the action, they are our legs, our hands, our tongue, and the 2 places of urinal and the stool. The 5 senses of jnanendriya, the sense of the knowledge, they are our 2 eyes, 2 ears, nostrils, tongue, and the skin. Look here, to excel in the action, we have to be very careful about this tongue chapter. Because the 2 hands, they work for a one cause. 2 legs also for the same. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils. But this one just angel fellow tongue has got a 2 different purpose. One to talk, one to test. So, worshipful and revered Sri Dongre Maharaj used to say, Jane jeeb jiti, ene jag jityu. Jeni jeebma jher, jagatati tenu ver. The tongue is a fellow. So, mind is not independent chapter. Mind is depending upon the functioning of the senses. Because yesterday when the function is over, one gentleman came very politely, I hope you don't mind if I pick up some flower from here. I told we all belong to AMA. Flower belongs to AMA. You and me belong to AMA. Flower stays here or somewhere else. What it make difference? So he very neatly took some flower. But that cape was not looking very decent. So I have to adjust some flower from different places to fill this gap. It's a single function. How this idea came to this gentleman? Eyes are seeing flower. Sitting here in the house for whole full 1.5 hours, his mind must be functioning. When this lecture will over, I can go to Swami and ask, excuse me, can I take some flower? So mind was preoccupied. Mind was preoccupied for what? Because that eyes were seeing it. So mind is not independent. The eyes are the principal cause to see and making a mind lurk for the subject. So, the mind is asking legs to walk, climb the stage, talking from the tongue, plucking from the hand, giving a good smile, maybe artificial. But it's all drama happens because of that power that mind is depending upon the senses. Now, the same way anything that we want to do in excellence, that any action is depend upon the mind, as I have told you. What is that? That mind has to decide two things. That it is a Shreya or the Preya. Shreya, which is beneficial. The Preya depends, I like it, I love it. Those who go to the Rotary Club, they should try to remind themselves for the four-way test of the Rotary. They say, is it truth? Is it for all concern? You should know about it. I can't be without that. When I do, it is for all concern. Is it helpful to anyone? It's my idea. But my idea should be beneficial to the known and unknown. It should not be self-centered. As long as it's self-centered, you can't excel in the work. When you keep yourself open, I do, as you look here, I was invited to have a lunch with my master, my Gurudev Sri Swamiji Maharaj, in a Defense Institute of the Work Study in a Laltiba in a Missouri. Brigadier K.K. Karai's wife, Mrs. Shanta, she organized a grand lunch with all silver crockeries, silver plates, silver bowls, silver glass, silver spoons, and a delicious lunch was there. Then we, myself and Kaki, the K.K. Karai's wife was known as a Kaki more, we're good friends. So I privately asked, Kaki, I know now that you cook so well. So any day I can crop up like this. Because I was on the other end of the Missouri. I can walk 7 kilometers from National Academy Administration to the Laltiba. I can reach there. You know what she said so? Swami, because the Gurudev has come and you came, so I have to do all these things. My marriage is now 28 years. We have never used this crockery. First time we have brought this crockery out. And we don't eat all such things. We just manage with a toast and butter, little boiled vegetable and soup, toast and soup. Imagine, brigadier's wife, commandant's wife says so like that. So, just try to say, when you do excel in your action, just come down to the local level, Satyanarayana, no zero. Zero is a chapter that you make every now and then, it's not something very special. But when the Satyanarayana zero is there, it's got a typical traditional test. Why? It is for Satyanarayana. Excellence is there. Why? It is not done for me purposely, done for the Daivam, for the God. Someone else other than me. You come out of the round. You have to break these boundaries of the selfish nature. When the boundaries are out, when you say, I am for all people, I exist for all, the whole world is for you. The more you confine in the cocoon for your own self, then, as we have told yesterday, bandhai jase te gandhai jase. The rain comes and accumulated on the top of the mountain, it becomes a stagnant water. And what you find there, that finds as germs are there. But the same water when falls down, becomes a stream. We'll have to make a picture over there. The water is very sweet, medicated water. Struggle, struggle, struggle is the sine qua non of life. And stagnation is a death, says worshipful and revered Sri Swami Vivekanandaji Maharaj. The struggle is a must. We are confined in the cocoon. No. Keep yourself open. I belong to all belong to me. The more you say, I don't care for the world won't care for you. When I say, I belong to the world, the whole power of the world is for you. It's all up to you. That don't confine the self. So the mind to mind, through the mind, by the mind, for the mind, you have to know that mind is not an independent guy, independent body. Look here. Here is a head. This head has got inside a cavity. The picture what we see, one like this khatra, 4,440 watt, bhayam, the fear, they write like this. That khopri. Earlier the juggler used to bring, nowadays juggler also not there, and khopri also is not there. That is got inside a cavity. In the cavity, there is a kind of the secretion is there. In the center of the secretion, that so-called cerebrum and cerebellum, they are floating. When you go towards, not back in the front, little this side, Vaibhava is the hotel is there. On this stage one day, we made a whole day program of making a picture, some 300, 400 pictures of the yogasanas. Mr. Kikenar was so kind to bring idli and sambar. First time I had idli sambar in Ahmedabad, purchasing from the market. So I told, "Kahan se laya bhai?" Vaibhav. So it was a big size of idli. Now we see this, a sambar is there, a big bowl, and put idli inside. So idli is surrounded with sambar. Surrounded with so much of sambar, in between idli is there. Like that, surrounded with so much of secretion, in between cerebrum and cerebellum is there. So, in between that cerebrum and cerebellum, again it's got a hole, a cavity. There is again a secretion. It is known as a cerebral fluid. Now this cerebral fluid is not independent, it's not here only. From head to the tail, where the spine is ending, throughout the spine, this particular fluid is floating. There is not a tube there. The vertebrae are like English 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 32, 34, something like that. The arrangement is like that. They form a kind of a tube. This cerebral fluid is floating in that. Look here. Anyone is suffering from some of the mental problem, maybe epileptic fits or a major epilepsy. Doctor, up to today's date also, they make a lumbar puncture. They put lumbar, a puncture, and bring out some little water, 5 cc, to know what's happening there. So, when mind has to function in order, this spine should be straight. When I was coming up, someone asked me, "Do you need 3, 4 more pillows?" I said, "No, I don't want to sleep keeping like this one pillow. To me, I have got habit to cross the legs, and when I keep a little cushion, I keep my spine straight. So this is my habit since 42 years of my monastic life. So I always love to keep my spine straight, and that helps you. Imagine for a time being, if a road is a zigzag, a road is a straight. Straight road is A, zigzag is a B. You drive your BMW on the A and also on the B. A is a straight, B is a zigzag. Now tell me, where you are more safe and more fast, on the A or a B? A, because it's straight. So cultivate a habit to keep the spine straight. It will help you to the functioning of those senses in a much more order than keeping a spine in a lallu way. You see, when you keep spines like this, you find the people sitting like that also. They are in a dilemma, they don't know what to do, so do like this. Keep the spine straight. The Shiva is sitting like this, Mahavira sits like that, Buddha sitting like that, Hanuman is sitting like that. It's all cultivated habit to keep a spine straight. Why you need this keeping spine straight for a so-called an excellence in action? Because a action needs a proper thinking, proper reasoning. No action can be done without a mind's cooperation, as I have told you, that we had a visit of Mr. Archipo. He was a deputy prime minister of USSR Moscow when USSR Moscow was undivided. On a 3rd May 1976, he visited Shivananda Ashram Rishikesh. The 2nd May 8 o'clock, we received the news that he is coming and visiting Shivananda Ashram. So whatever arrangement we are supposed to do, me, my masters and my people, we all have done it. But you will surprise. Government has done so much of whitewashing all the walls, putting so much of DDT powder in the Rishikesh from where he is landing and driving. 6 mahina tak Rishikesh mein machhar nahi. Excellence in action. What is that? 6 mahina tak. All ghats were clean. By hundreds of the army guys, they came at night and they cleaned. Excellence in action. Why? Some superior person is coming. Now, as I have told you, the moment you are thinking how I can do a good job, you must know that it is not for me, it is I am supposed to do for some superior, some special. Satyanarayana knows zero, not mine. And then it becomes an excellent. You come out of the I, put your whole being there. Every day we don't put a flower. Every day don't put like this. But a special person is there. Then the special person, that is what, that when he minus your soul. Remember one word. A so-called I, we put yourself in a problem. When you say we are free from a problem. When the we comes, as I told you, the thumb cannot function independently. Finger cannot function independently. They should come together. Sangachadvam, sangvadhatvam, samno manausi janatam. Yesterday we talked about it. And so, the mind is not independent. The mind has to think. Mind has to reason. And what is that mind? Mind is divided in a fourfold. In that Sanskrit we say, mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. But they are not four actually. It is the same guy. Mana is the mind. Buddhi is an intellectual. Chitta is unconsciousness. Ahankara is the ego. It is the same guy, the four person. Mr. Radia is here. Radia is a gentleman, a very responsible person in AMA. But at home, he is a son of his father. But he is a home father of his son. Then he is not only a father and son, but he is a husband of the wife. So he is a husband of the wife, he is a father of the son, he is a son of the father, or a panel or a personality to the AMA. He is everything. In AMA, he is not a father or the son, he is a personality. But the wife is not the son or the father, he is a husband. One single person in a different way is known like that. The mind is also like that. When mind is looking sankalpa, vikalpa. What is that? Mind is thinking, reasoning, like a tree. If the tree is there, bird comes and sits there. Is there any time for bird to coming and going? No. They come daytime also, night time also. Anytime they come and sit. That's very interesting. So, the mind is like that. When thought comes, inshallah kabhi bhi aata hai. So, this is all. Anytime thought can come and go. That is the mind. The more you say, I don't want to think, the more thoughts will come. You say, I don't know whether I had a charm of going to cinema house some 13 years before. When I have completed my 60 years, my lovers and well-wishers, they organized 60 program. Among them, we organized one program to bring blind people, to deaf and dumb people, and handicapped people, children especially, to bring them to movie. Now that theatre has been closed. And the cinema we have seen was a black. We have given them a big lunch. We invited a kind of a guy who can make like this, telling a story. So, deaf and dumb people will know. Blind people can listen. And those who don't have any hands and legs, it was easy for them. They can see also, they can listen. So the whole story was known to them. And they all went there. Imagine. Now you also go to the movie. I don't know. When we were kids, we'd go to the movie. Before movie starts, like this, a slide comes from one from here, one from there. And Sue's Company, and then Maggie and Coca-Cola and something. I love you, Rasna, something like that. Some music comes. One slide comes, making a cross, and one cigarette is there. So don't smoke. And then another slide comes, a chair is there, asking not to keep your legs long. The moment we say, paun lamba mat karo, aage koi hai, nahi, karo paun lamba. I have done. I don't know about you. I have done it. Dekho, udhar nahi hai, paun lamba karo. This is the nature of the mind. When you ask a mind not to do, mind is very much precise and lurking to do that only. Why? I am like that. It is the nature of the mind. So the Gita said so, mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho. Mind is the principal cause of the bondage or the liberation. Who is binding you? Who is liberating you? You bind yourself. Uddhared atmanatmanam, atmanam avasadayet, atmaiva ratmanaha bandhu, atmaiva ripuratmanaha. You are your friend. You are your enemy. No one is your friend. No one is your enemy. It is you have to decide what you are. A friend or an enemy. Respected Mr. Radia has come on the stage on the management behalf. He has asked a humble question. Yesterday, by closing, we made an announcement. Is there any question? Please ask. You said no. But when I was up and going down, first person came. Swamiji, may I ask one question? Okay, every day is happening like that. They don't want to ask in public, privately. You don't put your name. Put down on a slip and ask. It's beneficial to all. One guy is asking, Swamiji, you are asking that you have to get up in the morning. I can't. It's so difficult. What time you sleep? 1 o'clock. What time you get up? Some 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. What time you want to get up? At least before sunrise. What to do? I have suggested, find out a book by worshipful and revered Pujya Bapuji Mahatma Gandhiji, M.K. Gandhi's book from Navajivan. I have read it some 40 years before. When I was to have an initiation with monastic life, I loved it. It was a 2 rupees cost on those days. Self-restraint versus self-indulgence. I don't know. Niti Nasna Marge is the Gujarati translation of the book. The title name, Niti Nasna Marge. And in between some few months before, I brought 25. I was giving to young guys. You see, you have to decide. I am not able to get up. Why you are not able to get up? Either you eat a lot at night. Mr. Robert was with us yesterday. He is from Lebanon. Lebanon has got a different language. But from almost 35 years I am seeing him. Every year he comes and spends 1 month, 1.5 months in Shivananda Ashram, Rishikesh. Now he has developed a love for us and our place. Swamiji, can I come and spend some time in Ahmedabad, Shivananda Ashram? Yes. So I asked him, in the evening you are coming today? No, Swamiji, I will have to meditate. And what about your meal? I don't eat anything in the evening. He ate his morning breakfast, midday lunch, afternoon 4 o'clock, simple tea. Not high tea, simple tea. In the evening, nothing to eat. I say, some milk, fruit? No, Swami. Why? Because my stomach is empty. It's easy for me. Up to late night, I meditate. This is a self-discipline. This is for actually in the work, you have to have a self-control. What is the Atma Sayyama is the key to have an excellence in the action. Its ball is in your own court. You're not to go anywhere out. But you have to decide to go to the east or the west, to jump up or down, to pluck flower or a knot. It's all up to you. I'm not able to get up, then make a self-punishment. If I don't get up in time today, then I will not take my morning tea. I will not eat my midday lunch. 3 दिन करके देखो, अपने से कान खींच के उठा जाएगा. It's all up to you. But if you want to get up, then only you will get up. One person can bring a horse to the water, but he cannot force to drink a water unless until the horse wants to drink. It's all up to you. You have to decide. So this functioning of the mind is depend upon a reasoning and thinking. That's the mind. Thoughts keeps on coming. Mind's nature is like this. Today is a Shivaratri. Whole night you have to keep a vigil. So kindly see that don't go to the bed early. नींद आ रहा है यार. 9 बजे नींद आता है. Shivaratri is not there. Up to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, you keep on watching TV, making some fun. Shivaratri is there, immediately want to sleep at 9 o'clock. Today is Ekadasi, you have to fast. Fasting, la 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 la. Hey, bhai, kya khana ban raha hai, bhai, faral su bane cha. From early morning you start thinking. The mind says, don't do this, and you have to do. That is the nature of the mind. When you ask something, so to excel in the action, you have to control. It is not that you horse is riding you, dragging you. You should know where to make a horse right and left and jump up and down. Control. It's a very essential factor. But how it's possible? It's a constant, continuous, absolute awareness of the awareness. The total. I have to do it. Make a firm thinking. Is it possible? Yes. Nothing is impossible. In this word, nothing is impossible. Again I say nothing is impossible. It's all awareness. We are having one of our very respected and loving friend of the AMA is a Mukesh Bhai Patel. He was for 2 years, 95, 97, he was the president also of the AMA. His wife Hema Ben and a daughter Kriti, both of them, they together danced for the first time on the stage. It was known as a Ranga Pravesham Kuchipudi. I was invited. And he asked me to speak also, whatever it may. It was something very interesting. I heard a lot. I read a lot. But such dance I have never seen in my life. Because from my childhood, I am seeing so many programs, music and dance and all these things. But see, this was something unique. That, in one program was that, Mayura Kautubam. What was that Mayura Kautubam? I was thinking that some Nachare, Mayura, something will come. It was not like that. No. Two girls came with a big bucket of water. And two girls came putting one big cloth inside and squeezing. Then water was taken away and then cloth was made standing up. Then two girls came dancing and putting color powder on the stage. And then the four girls putting from the ground almost 10-12 inches height that cloth, pulling them. But then from one side, one dancer, another side, another dancer, they made an entry. Jum, taki, 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 jum, jum, whatever it may be. And the one was dancing this side, one was dancing this side. When dance over, the dancer went away. When they put this cloth up, because when they do ta, ki, ta, jha, mi, ta, ka, when they put the legs down, it's touching to the ground. A wet cloth, touching to the ground, color was there. So the color was stinking to the cloth. When the dancer went away, cloth was up, and the two peacock was there dancing like this. And then all pills was that. What a wonderful. There was nothing but the painted on there, but a calculation. 100% calculation. 100% awareness. 100% consciousness to excel in the work. Yesterday I had told you the fingers, they do so much of work. One hand is having a bow, another is pressing a wire of the violin. One hand is doing a sitara with the right hand, another is playing like this. Tabla, the one hand is doing tigridha, another playing something else. How is coordination with an awareness? I was talking to you about Mr. Robert from Lebanon. Now he is here, what he is doing? Durga Saptasati is by-hearted. 700 verses. Plus Kavacha, Argala, Kilaka is by-hearted. Now he is sitting here and doing, splitting each word of the Durga Saptasati. Durge, Smrita, Harasi, Bhiti, Mashesha Janto. So Durge, Smrita, Harasi, Bhiti, Masesa, Ashesha, like that. And then meaning of it. He said, this Durga Saptasati, each word, each meaning is not available. So he's made everything ready. Asking Gurjar Granth Ratnakarale, can you will put it? Amar Bhai says, yeah, I'll be doing it. Imagine, he is coming from Lebanon. His language is different. His mazhab is different. But he has meditated on mind, I have to do it. And he has got like this. Yesterday he said, I have requested, would you like to come? Yes, today, Swamiji, I will do my work. Why? Because you don't want to divert his mind. 100% focusing in the job. Excellence won't come if you are a half-hearted. Excellence won't come if you are easy-going. Excellence won't come unless until you say, hota hai, chalta hai, joshu, thai che. No. This hota hai, chalta hai, joshu, thai che has got no value in the excellence. Any karma you do, put yourself the wholeheartedly, put it deep going, not moving on a shore to find the pebbles. When you go dive deep in the recess, then only you find the pearls. Very essential matter. Unless and until you go up, you go and ask a gentleman who is doing the skiing. There are big skiing people comes to Oli. Oli is in our Uttarakhand, near on the way to Badrinarayan. All big people comes to the big things. But we see the local young boys, that zoom they go. How they go? You ask them. They have no special training for this all. He says, jitni baar gir gaya, phir khada ho gaya. This is the way for excellence. You come to Shivananda Ashram, Rishikesh, in the month of summer, all these tiny tot, the boys of 10 years and 12 years, they jump from a Kala Patthar and they come out near Shivananda Ashram, almost a half a kilometer inside the water. 10, 12. Such a big force of the Ganges is there. You will not allow to have a deep inside and come out with these boys. Because excellence comes from where? Mastery comes a total commitment, total dedication, total devotion, total discrimination, and a constant, continuous effort in the right direction. This constant, continuous. Yesterday we talked about Maharshi Patanjali, Satu Nirantara, Nairantarya, Nairantarya, Dirghakala Paryanta, Dridabhumi Satkara Sevito. Dridabhumi, and a firm conviction I have to do it. Look here. Light traveling very fast. Light travels more fast than the sound. How do you know? Come on, look at to me and what I say. Hold your ears, please. Pakado chalo. Pakad lo. Abhi naak pakad lo. Abhi paँव pakad lo. Abhi paँव hai kya? Batao. 300, 350 लोग में एक भी सही आदमी नहीं है. सभी लोग बोल रहे कि अहमदाबाद में यही सिखाया. Why you are holding your head when I am asking you hold your leg? Swami, I have seen you. The sound came later on. The light was there very much. So light travels more fast. What is the power of the light? 1,60,000 kilometers per second. 1,60,000 kilometers per second. So fast is the light. But the thought goes even more fast. Even more fast. One single fraction of moment, you are in a Eiffel Tower. Then another second moment, you may go to somewhere in New York, you may be moving. Otherwise, you go to Chicago also. How it's happening? Sears Tower and all. This is the culture of the mind. Mind is made out of two different masala. One is a desire. Another is an imagination. Desire is every second a new desire comes up. Desire is like a fuel, and your imagination is like a fire. As long as this fuel is there, fire is there won't be a peace. Why this mind is having a desire? Desire because it's the nature of the mind. To make this by how you make a syrup, गेहूं का आटा and ghee and chini. 3 things are must. 3 हो गया तो syrup हो जाएगा. Mind, how to make a mind? Mind is because of that the desire is there. Without desire you can't be a mind. As long as the mind is there, there's a desire is there. As long as desire is there, your mind is diverted. As long as the mind is diverted, there won't be an excellence. In action, if you need an excellence, you should have straight there, no desire. No imagination. Only I know I have to do that only. My dear Duryodhana, what do you see there? Oh, I see a big tree. Oh, Bhima, what do you see? I see a big forest. Arjuna, what do you see? I see a head of the bird. Do you see head of the bird? No, I see eye. See eye? No, only pupil. Unless and until we have got this particular kind of attitude, which makes your correct aptitude for your action, then this action will become excel. Excellence in the action won't come unless and until you got a total being with that. Tadatmya vishayam tayo tadrupa tadakara tanmaya. One of our friend's wife, she's an expert in making a decoration. 3 days she was standing in a Rajpath club. 3,000 banana trees. Making all decoration. Day and night. Then everything over by 4 o'clock. By 7 o'clock, a groom will come and baja will bajo. Then this lady says, driver, piche baito, I am driving. She was driving, singing song. In this Jodhpur Tekra, then she did drugs. What happened? आगे की गाड़ी में इनका गाड़ी फंस गया और एक के पीछे एक, there 7-8 cars were puzzled. What is that? 3 days and 3 nights was not sleeping, now air condition, music was going and you are also playing music, and then what has happened? Nazar hati, durghatna ghati. It is all up to you. Excellence is not impossible. But when in action you should be the total being there. You are supposed to drive at the time. So they say, right, it, don't mix up drink and drive. One of our trustee, today I don't see him, yesterday we came together. At midnight we finished one of our function and then we were coming back to ashram and we were taking one turn near so-called our Hare Krishna temple. One car came from Bhopal side and dashed us. Our car was injured here, but these young boys, they toppled 2-3 rounds and car was stopped. Some 11 o'clock at night only. Then, luckily, the car was up. The boy came out. Ketla paisa lewana chai. Hare, I asked him, tamare ghare જવાનું છે કે તમારા સમાચારે જવાનું છે? એટલે શું? ડ્રાઈવ સ્લો. That's all. પીધેલો છે ને ડ્રાઈવ કરે. Who is responsible for it? People, when they bring their new vehicle to our ashram, Swamiji, puja karo, ashirvad karo, I say, mantra bolo. What mantra? Start early, drive slowly, reach safely. 3 times, bolo, start early, drive slowly, reach safely. Start early, drive slowly, reach safely. This is the mantra for you. For excellence in your life. You have to know this. But otherwise, start late, drive fast, you may reach, you may not reach. You are the cause. Ball is in your own court, you are responsible. So, to have an excellence in action, it is a very essential factor that we have to check our thinking and reasoning, the mind, the thinking and reasoning. Control. So many thoughts comes, wavering. Like a ocean, the waves keeps on coming. Shante tu samudra kallole snatum ichhati durmati. When you say so, when there will be no waves in the ocean, then only I will go and touch it. You can't touch. Mind will be like that only. But you have to constantly keep an aware and vigil how to check. Because along with this mind, another thing is there. What is it? Buddhi. Intellect. Intellect has got a reasoning. Intellect has got an understanding. If it is of my interest, then I agree. Otherwise not. Shreyasya preyasya, I told you. Shreya is in your beneficial. Is it good for me? It's good for the mankind. It's helping to the known and unknown. It's decent for all. As I have told you. It's so painful to see. Throughout my life, I have never seen any Sikh gentleman a beggar. And Sikh fighting among the Sikh is beyond imagination. 350 years over Guru ke Prakash nu. The Guru Govind Singh Ji Maharaj, he himself, he has given up his life for the communal harmony. Now his own community is now having a sword this morning in a Patna Sahib. Don't you think it's something very strange and very painful story? How it's happening like that? That's there. There's intellectual. वो साड़े बंदे नु को नहीं बिठाया जी, उन्होंने दूसरे नु क्यों बिठाया जी? So far they used to be 100% obedient that when a Takhat Sahab in Harmandir Sahab in Amritsar, whatever they say, each Gurdwara around the globe they have to obey. This is what the discipline among the Sikh. From Akal Takhat, whatever they say, throughout the world all Gurdwara will obey. Now here something else is happened. And there's a clash. This is intellectual. Intellectual goes, buddhi tu sarathim viddhi, manaha pragraha evacha, indriyani hayanahu, shariram ratham evacha. This is a body. The body is in a chariot. In this chariot, who are the horses? Senses are the horses. And who is the charioteer? The intellectual is the charioteer. And what is a controlling the horses? That is a mind. So buddhi tu sarathim viddhi. This intellect is the driver. If the driver is a drunkard one, you don't know. When you ask to go to Bhopal, he will go to somewhere Maninagar or somewhere else. Because you don't know the drunkard man to go to the left or a right. So, buddhi tu sarathim viddhi. Buddhi is a sadbuddhi, buddhi is a durbuddhi also. Like a Duryodhana said so. Janami dharmam, nachame pravarti, janami adharmam, nachame nivrutti. I know what is my moral duty, but I don't want to do it. I know what I am not supposed to do it, but I can't give it up. That is all stupidity of the mind. That's all the ego, the following that. Mind, mana, intellectual, buddhi, the ego, ahankara. What I say is correct. Other day, one lady telephoned to me from the Punjab, crying. Okay, what happened? मैंने अपनी थाली करवा चौथ की पूजा की मेरी सास के पास में मेरे नौकर के साथ भेजी थी. मेरी सास ने उसको वही मंदिर में रख दी, नौकर के साथ वापस भिजवा दी. Why you send it with a नौकर के साथ में? Why can't you go down? You are staying upstairs. Me and going down, my foot. Look here. Karwa Chauth ki thali, that puja wali, from upstairs the madam cannot come down to make a touching the foot of the mother-in-law. The ego. Then having a clash. You want to have a blessing from your sas. Do you think they can have a blessing through via servant? Huh? Why can't you go and